Coinbase IPO is coming on the market on the 14th of April. Very exciting, one of the biggest, most anticipated in the year 2021. In this video, I want to share with you 5 key facts that you must know and before you decide to join the bandwagon to get Coinbase IPO or not. So stick with me and I'm going to share with you my in-depth research. Welcome back to Family Investment, and today I want to speak about the Coinbase IPO. I'm excited, I'm a user, I love the cryptocurrency market. But before I go, please do like and subscribe on this video. Click on the bell button so you can get awesome videos like this in future. So let's start with 5 key points that I want to share. So the first key point is Coinbase IPO. It'll be called COIN, C-O-I-N on the ticker, and they'll be going direct listing. Yes, what does it mean direct listing? So it means that the existing owners, the existing CEOs, the existing partners are issuing their own shares out so that people can buy the shares. So they're not issuing fresh new shares. So it wouldn't be diluted with even bigger number of shares. So a couple of examples are like Palantir, Spotify, and also Slack, who's came on the IPO. One thing I like about direct listing is that they wouldn't get overly hyper-inflated. Like Palantir, when they came out IPO, they were around about 10 to 11 bucks a share. And it took time for it to digest before it sprout up to $25, $30 a share. So it's given them time, not being massively flooded, diluted with so much shares. So potentially, we hope that it doesn't go overinflated in such a short period of time. It gives us new investors a fighting chance. And the second one I want to share is the valuation, which is very important for you to make the decision here. Coinbase IPO valuation will be up at about $100 billion. Yes, $100 billion. The company has been doing very well, okay? 140% growth from last year, 2019 to 2020. 140% growth. The revenue sitting at $1.2 billion. So $1.2 billion at a $100 billion company compared to like Coinbase, who's under $100 billion, but they produce $12 billion a year. Square and SEA, they earn between $2 to $4 billion a year, and they're roughly worth about 80 to 100 billion. So if you put all this in context, Coinbase IPO can be a bit bloated in my case study here. So be careful on what you're investing. You have to understand what you're paying for. Again, you're paying for the future value of the Coinbase IPO. That's what you're paying. It depends on what you're going to be paying. 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, depending on the rule. And the third point I want to share is you have to compare Coinbase and other companies that have already been listed, similar companies. So another chart here, great chart here. So Coinbase IPO $100 billion compared to FUTU Holdings, which is the Robinhood of Asia, and Tiger, which is like the second Robinhood of Asia, like the Webull of Asia, in eToro. So if you look at these 4 charts here, Coinbase 100 billion, FUTU is worth 18 billion, Tiger is worth 2 billion, eToro is worth 15 billion. As you can see, the growth revenue, Coinbase in 2020 may be worth 1.1 billion on revenue compared to 400 million, 133 million. So that's where it is with how they worth it. But just because the revenue is twice of FUTU, does it really justify the price being 5 times a bit more value than the rest? Especially on eToro, who will be hitting 1 billion in 2021, but they're only still worth 15 billion. So how do you justify how Coinbase is such bloated at $100 billion company? So perhaps it's the roadmap, which I'll speak out in the next. So point number 4, the roadmap of Coinbase IPO. Why are they worth $100 billion? The smart people in investment banking world is already worth the value for the future. That's why they came with these magical numbers. Lots of people online are just arguing, oh, Coinbase is going to go IPO. Roadmap is a few more coins they're going to be releasing. No, they are an exchange. They're responsible to bring up new coins that have got SEC filing, new coins that's more responsible. But it doesn't mean they're just bringing new coins. Remember, Coinbase coming out IPO, it is all about them trying to justify and disrupt other industry. So cryptocurrency are trying to disrupt the financial sector. DeFi, decentralized finance. So it looks like they might be walking down the road the same as the likes of crypto.com and also Binance will be offering cards, they're offering banking, loans, potentially mortgage in future. We don't know, but that is the roadmap they are going. They want to get more investment, they want to grow their team, they want to grow their base, they want to go global. They're already global, but they want to get even bigger. So their roadmap is not just, it's DeFi, decentralized finance, and they want to go more staking pool. That's what some coins are allowed to earn interest as you go along. Staking pool, technology, more coins, banking with cards, and simply becoming a central bank that people can actually put fiat currency and convert it to coins and use it as a mode of exchange for goods and services. That's where Coinbase will be walking. That's where Coinbase will be falling to. They want to disrupt the finance sector. I can say that Coinbase is such a huge influence. The fact that when Cardano coin ADA got listed on Coinbase, ADA almost double. That's how huge Coinbase is. To be accepted in Coinbase is like to be accepted in the Oscar Awards of cryptocurrency. Now, finally, my point number 5 is a strategy. How are you going to deal with buying Coinbase if you are interested in Coinbase? So Coinbase coming IPO, it is going to be huge. If it does come in a $100 billion sector, and a lot of other sectors will be on a sell-off. So the likes of Square and PayPal, any other closely related type stocks will be on a sell-off to fund into Coinbase. And for institutional investors, portfolios that's requiring more future type fintech. Remember, fintech is quite crowded. They're looking for crypto fintech, and perhaps institution might be jumping in by taking off profits of several sectors going in. So on that day of the IPO or the very week or following up to the week, you see a huge rotation. You're going to see rotation next week if it does become a $100 billion company. So what's your strategy? What do you do? There's 2 things you can do. First, if you can get on your broker, if you got a better broker like Robinhood, I think, TD Ameritrade, IBKR or Trading 212, where you can buy on that day. Buy on the day, and if you can get it in the morning on that price, you see it rising up. When you see it rising up, what would you do? If you rise 10-20%, come on, take some profit. Boom, take some profit. Wait for it to drop down. All IPOs that you can see, they always rise up, and at some point in time, they'll fall back down. Because this is a direct listing, so the number of shares may not be available, so it's going to be really hard to get. So the rise might be higher. Who knows? I'm not surprised if it jumps up 40%, but from $100 billion up to $140 billion, they'll be bound of it coming back down. Remember, this $100 billion valuation is already capturing the future price value for at least 3 years, in my personal point of view. So be careful what you pay, but do use it as a swing trade. It's a great company to own. But if it does come under at $75 billion for some bizarre reason, because there are a few IPOs that came out quite weak, potentially you could jump back in. So it's 2 things. If it rises up too much and you have made some money, take some profit. If it comes under the valuation radar for some reason, as like Coup happened to Coupang, it went up and came back down under its valuation, then buy in at the right time. So it's all about waiting game, being strategic. And check out this chart, which I'm going to share with you, the $100 billion chart. Just look at it where you are and strategically position yourself. Focus, $100 billion. If it's below, get it. If it's way above, take profit. So this is me, keeping life simple, keeping life easy. I hope you enjoyed this segment. Remember to click like and subscribe and the bell button so you can watch my videos in future. Take care.
I hope you enjoyed that video. Please like this video and subscribe to the channel. Please press the bell button. Ding dong. Finally, watch the recent video up here.